Hello, I'm Dr. James Bogash, Master of Health and Longevity and creator of Modern Health Myths. Today we're going to talk quite deeply about a conversation centered around pain and everything that goes along with it. This video is uh, the impetus for creating this video has to do with a recent publication in Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences and looking at pain levels in the population, both in the United States and other developed countries. And the scary thing that they found was that pain levels experienced by younger people are now higher than they were or than they are in the elderly population. So middle-aged people in today's environment are living with more pain than their parents or grandparents. That's a scary thought. And the authors summarized it saying that tomorrow's elderly will be sicker than today's elderly. Like, that's a problem going forward, and something that society really needs to look at, and there's a variety of reasons. One of the things that I found was very interesting and disturbing in this study was they found that those people with higher levels of education, so bachelor's degree, at least a bachelor's degree, generally had lower pain levels. Now, we can generally think that people with higher levels of education may have better dietary choices, may have a variety of, there's a variety of reasons why that might be the case. But let's have a conversation with today's, forget education, look at just how we've been treating ourselves over the past couple of years. And as far as, they looked at middle age, which is my age, so I'm 51, and I don't feel like, I don't live with pain. I have a couple aches and pains that I need to get work done here and there, but nothing that somebody asked me if I was in pain every day, I'd say the answer would be a clear no. And this study is suggesting that that's not the case for a lot of people in my age group, that they are living with more pain. But this has to do with the choices that we make, lifestyle, exercise, supplementation, sunlight exposure, stress management, chemicals in our environment. It's everything that ends up with more pain and more inflammation, and the choices that we make and how this leads to our life experience. If we're seeing signs now that people my age are going to be falling apart at a faster rate and currently are in more pain than the elderly, that does not bode well for the future, and how much healthcare and how much loss of quality of life and loss of enjoyment, and it's scary when you think about this. In the study, if you really want to spend the time to read through it, it's actually quite interesting. It looks at certain reasons why this may be occurring, but part of it also has to do with socioeconomic factors, and lower socioeconomic status leads to generally more health concerns, would lead to more pain. And that's exactly, it's one of the things I've been saying forever about our response to COVID and the coronavirus and the lockdown, is that it is creating a larger pool of people in lower socioeconomic status, which then creates more pain, more morbidity, more lower quality of life as these people age. And that is going to have a far greater impact on quality of life and numbers of deaths and everything than the virus ever would have on its worst day. So a little bit of a vague concept with this, but I just thought this article was interesting enough to point out that as a society, we really need to start looking with how we're managing our choices and how that then relates to pain and morbidity and our quality of life as we start to age. As always, I will post a link to this Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences study. Make sure you share this video with somebody who you think needs this information. Subscribe to the channel and like the video.